What's up? We're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials today. Basic process. We've done this for a while now, okay? So don't freak out about it. We're going to see is there anything to distribute. We're going to combine like terms, and we're going to write in standard form. Okay, remember standard form for our polynomials means greatest exponent all the way to the least with constants always on the end, okay? What you need to remember is with algebraic-like terms, the variables have to match and the exponents have to match, right? Because if we were to look at this, if I put 3 squared and 3, are those equal to each other? No, because 3 squared is 9. 9 isn't 3. That's the reason that x squared and x are not the same. They can't be put together because they represent different values. Okay, so keep that in mind as we work through our examples. So we're going to find the sum, which means add, of the following. Our first example, 3x squared plus 5x plus 7 plus the trinomial of 4x squared plus 2x minus 3. First thing we're always looking for is what are we distributing? Because I see these parentheses which says, whoa, alarm, is there anything to distribute, right? So if I don't see the number, I'm still multiplying by 1. If I multiply everything by positive 1, does anything change? Nope. 1 times anything stays the same. So I can drop my parentheses and write everything exactly the same. Okay, when I look over here, now I'm adding. Remember, if I don't see it, there's a 1. Oh, hey, it's positive 1 again. I can drop my parentheses and keep everything the same. That's only if it's a positive 1. If it's any other number, things change first. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to combine like terms. So I know standard form goes highest exponent to lowest. So I'm going to look for my highest exponent. So I have 2, I have 1, 2. Okay, so 2 is my highest exponent. So I'm going to combine those first. So I have 3x squared plus 4x squared. If it helps you to like, okay, I have these, let me write it over here so I don't be crazy, right? This is 7x squared. When we add, the exponents don't change. It's only when you multiply that exponents change. Adding and subtracting, it stays. So I have 7x squareds now, right? Okay, so I'm going to write 7x squared. Now I'm going to look for my x's because that would be the next highest exponent. So I have 5x here and 2x here. So 5x plus 2x is going to give me 7x. So I'm going to have positive 7x here. And then the last thing that I look for are my constants. So 7 minus 3 is going to be 4. So I'm going to add 4. This is the sum when I add these polynomials. I can't do anything else because squared is different from 1, and I can't combine those together. So that's my final answer. That is adding polynomials. All right, here we go. I have 4x squared plus 3. I'm distributing 1. Cool, so drop the parentheses, keep everything the same. On this one, oh, it's not 1, it's 2. Okay, so that means I have to multiply everything times 2, right? Before I can start combining. So 2 times 1x squared is going to be positive 2x squared. 2 times negative 3x, mind the sign, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 times x, right? And then 2 times 5 is going to be positive 10. Okay, now I can combine like terms. So I'm looking highest exponent looks to be 2. So I'm going to combine my x squareds first. So 4x squared plus 2x squared is going to be a total of 6x squared. Okay, then I'm going to look what else. Okay, x's. Ooh, I only have this one, so it just comes right on down. Sweet. All right, and now my constants. I have 3 plus 10 is going to give me 13. So I'm going to add 13. There is my sum right there. Okay. All right. This next example, it wants us to find the perimeter. What is perimeter? If you don't know the word, this question is like, I don't know, whatever I feel like doing, right? Perimeter means add all the sides. Okay, so we're going to add our sides. I have this rectangle. I know that this side is 2x squared minus 3, which means this side is also 2x squared minus 3. And if this bottom is 4x minus 7, that means my top is also 4x minus 7. Okay, I could rewrite this as a really long addition problem, or I can just look at my problem and start adding right here. So again, I'm looking for the highest exponent, which is squared. So I have 2x squared, and 2x squared is going to give me 4x squared. I'm going to look what's next, my x's. So I have 4x here and 4x. 4x and 4x is 8x. And then I look for my constants. So negative 3, negative 7, negative 3, and negative 7. Negative 3 minus 7, minus 3 minus 7. Okay, I can see this is negative 10 and negative 10, which will give me negative 20 altogether. So minus 20. There is my perimeter for this shape. Okay, all right, that's addition. Now let's find the difference, which is subtraction. Same exact process. Look for distribution, combine like terms, make sure you're in standard form. All right, so here I'm multiplying times 1, doesn't change anything. Awesome. All right, so we're at this. All right, now we look at the second. Ooh, negative 2. So things are going to change. That negative tells me all my signs should change, and the 2 tells me all my numbers should change. All right, negative 2 times 5x squared. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 times x squared. Negative 2 times negative 4x is going to be positive 8x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is 8 times x. And then negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Okay, so distribute, multiply everything by negative 2. Everything. Don't be lazy. Like, don't forget. We start doing things, but times everything. And now combine. Look for the highest exponent first is my squared. So I'm going to go 2x squared minus 10x squared. Okay, I'm more negative, so that's going to be negative 8x squared. Cool. Okay, now I'm going to go look for the next highest, which is my x, right? So I have x here plus 8x, so I have 1x plus 8x. That's going to be 9x. And then I look for my constants. 10 minus 12 is going to be negative 2. Throw that on there. Whoa, let me write a 2. And there is our difference when we subtract these polynomials. Pretty great, right? Okay, here we go. All right, look for distribution first. I'm multiplying this first one times 1, so nothing changes. The second one, what am I multiplying by? I'm subtracting negative 1. Okay, so here we go. Negative 1 times everything. Negative 1 times negative 7 becomes positive 7x squared. Negative 1 times 8x becomes negative 8x. Negative 1 times positive 15 becomes negative 15. Make sure things change when you have that negative there. Make sure things change. All right, highest exponent is squared. So we're going to do 14x squared plus 7x squared is going to give me 21x squared. Now I'm going to look for my x's. 5x minus 8x. 5x minus 8x, more negative, so I'm negative 3x. And then I look for my constants. So 12 minus 15. Ooh, I'm more negative, so that means negative 3. And there is the difference when I subtract those polynomials. Wow, I said that weird. Okay, here we go. Last one together. X squared plus 3x plus 8. We're multiplying by 1 because I didn't see a number. 1 is still there. 1 doesn't change anything. Awesome. So write it the same. On my second one, ooh, I have negative 3 that needs to be multiply times all the factors, multiply times all the terms. All right, negative 3 times 4x squared is negative 12. 3 times 4, 12, x squared. Negative 3 times negative 9 positive. Sorry, negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Sorry, I jumped to the answer right away. All right, make sure you mind your signs. Don't revert to addition. All right, looking for my highest is x squared. So I'm going to combine x squared minus 12x is negative 11x squared. Man, I can't talk anymore. All right, 3x. Oh, that's my only one. Okay, so that comes straight down. Sweet. And then we have 8 plus 9 is 17. Okay, organization's your best friend. Guys, don't rush it. Don't try and skip steps. Just put everything, make sure you didn't miss anything, and then just be orderly in how you combine. Make sure you get all your pieces there. Mind your signs, mind your signs, mind your signs. All right, you got this.